is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Aviation fuel and cooking gas crashing. Is it connected or not? But we don't know. All we know is that there's a little respite in that area. How long it will continue, I really don't know. Okay, many of you seem to have a problem with 20, while some people say, after all, it's not that much. We should be agitating and advocating for good governance and result-oriented administration, as many have said. Okay, Kingsley from Guzape said, good day, Debby and Swat. The president should tune into Nigeria Info 95.1 Nigeria Info. He will get very good advice for every sector of the economy at no cost that will make him the best president ever. Are you kidding me? Really? All right, Confession Tuesday in a bit. Let's move on to this other message here. Good day, Swat and Debby. If President Tinubu is serious about cleaning, he promised in his inauguration address to the nation, let him lead the way by avoiding excessive appointment and reducing the number of vehicles and jets, planes attached to the president and the vice and their spouses. They should lead and we all will follow. Ulu Faturati in Suleja. Okay. Please, I want to know what advisors will be advising the vice president, apart from chairing National Economic Council, which resolution will still pass through the president. I stand to be corrected. The cost of governance and manipulated cost of projects are even much more than funds used for subsidy. 80% of PMS used in neighboring countries with Nigeria comes from Nigeria. Instead of getting rid of the corruption in the oil sector, they want us to suffer for their incompetence and corruption, says Ifeanyi Madala. We will be taking on the last three messages and that will be it.
Okay.
Chinedu from Abuja here said, Debby, if you say that they are going to be helping Mr. President, please, is it as domestic staff or what? Do we have domestic staff in the villa? Please, I need your answer before I complete.
Yes, we do have domestic staff in the villa. The president doesn't sweep, eh? He doesn't mop his house.
My God, my God.
Good afternoon, Isaac from Life Camp. I think we as people do not know what we want as Nigerians. When you hear our comments, you will understand what I am saying.
All right, last message we're taking before we run off for our Confession Tuesday is from Jonah in Newcastle. He said, me, I did laugh. Who will be the cat? Both National Assembly executives and judiciary are the same, 1 and 2. So who will reduce wastage? Nigerians are just dreaming. We're in a government of the rich, by the rich, and for the rich. That's what Jonah opines. And with that, we draw the cutting on our major discuss for today. We'll do that again tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Thank you for contributing. Our Confession Tuesday is up next after this break.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Room for you to get judged, but for you to let out that which has bothered you over time. Okay, so the guilty trips, those pangs you feel inside, just let it out, and definitely, we promise you feel better.
Okay, so Call us up on 0700 951 0000 and 08095974869. You can send a WhatsApp message if you don't want to call, or you just want to, or you're unable to get through. Yeah, just send a WhatsApp message on 08099930137. So that's the number to call. I would advise you start calling a good time so we're able to thrash the messages and thrash the issues there are. Would also advise that once an issue is brought up, let's not overflog it. Yeah, we'll give a chance to at least 2-3 people to add their own thoughts. But if there are other issues too, let's move as quickly as we can so we can just get to look at those issues very closely and get to satisfy the person who actually needs some advice here and there. And by the way, we are streaming live on our YouTube page, Nigeria Info FM Abuja. If you're on YouTube, please just check that out and leave us comments there. In case you also want to send your confession via that platform, we'll be glad to read from there as soon as we get that. Thank you so much, and welcome to Confession Tuesday. Someone is here. Oh, okay. Please feel free, call in. It's Confession Tuesday. We're here to listen to you. Like Debbie said, no judgments, nothing that will make you feel a little worse than you feel already. Just to listen, just to, proper advice here and there. I mean, for those of you who have been following up on this segment, you know how we do it, right? So feel free, call us. We're here for you. And once again, the numbers remain the same. They haven't changed. We'd love to hear from you on 0700 951 0000. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi. Okay, dropped call. Right, we have a message here. Please, I want to remain anonymous. Give me an advice. Girls don't accept my advances on several occasions. Either they say no or they have a boyfriend. What should I do? They have a boyfriend. Okay. And they say no. Why do they say no to you? Do they give you reasons, or they just tell you outrightly no? And how is a man of approach? I don't know if you just meet some girls on the road randomly and like, hey, I love you. Girls do not like that in any way. You don't just meet a girl and start this issue of I love you. And many men think that that's cute. Or you go on Facebook, say, hi, angel, hi, honey. Please don't do that. Try to befriend, just try and befriend someone that is close to you. Build up some sort of relationship and chemistry with the person. And then maybe from there you can begin to chip in words of, wanting to spend more time together and being creative about it. But, most times you just feel because you met a girl once, you talk with her and it was an interesting and engaging conversation. Oh, that's it. Oh, I need to ask you out. Yeah, it could work in situations or some situation, but it doesn't necessarily work all the time. So I don't know what your manner of approach is to the ladies that you often talk with. Maybe you need to reevaluate. And even if they have a boyfriend, sometimes they say when girls say no, they mean yes. It may not be true in all situations, but sometimes I think they need a little more time to get to know you, to see the kind of person you are, and they might get to prefer you at the end of the day. So I think you need to evaluate if maybe that's the issue, that is the problem, or any other aspect that you need to work on or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, what's
okay? So I'm just thinking. It depends on the way you approach the ladies in question. It is often said that your boo get a boo. So most times you have whoever you're meeting or you're approaching was not just that first package. Even if she has not had nothing to do with a man, definitely there is someone who has an interest in her, someone who has been talking with her or caring for her, as the case may be. So what you do is not just to give up immediately. You speak with someone, you do not just give up and take the no for an answer. Just you could just try again, right? Another thing is you don't just meet a lady and you start making advances and start the whole toasting business. I think you could begin with something else. I think that works better. It makes people more comfortable with you. You don't just see a woman and all you want to do is eat her all up or tell her how you're dying for her immediately. Right. So for me, I think if you meet someone that you're interested in, don't just go ahead what's recently in vogue. People just go ahead to broker the other room affairs immediately. So you could find other interest points. Can we go? What game do you like to play? Do you like playing games? Do you like reading books? You can strike a conversation on issues outside of love matters until even the lady would be that relaxed before you come asking. If you just go ahead, you meet someone, you ask, okay, can I date you? Definitely the answer would be a no.
All right. So you need to watch that and learn how to build your toasting skills, You probably need to watch that. All right. So let's read some. I think someone sent some people sent some messages here. Good afternoon, Swat and Debby. Oh, God. Yeah. My name is Ash from Abuja. Swat and Debby, a lot of Nigerian men employ basketball's romance tactics. We need to be more patient. Great show. I totally agree with you. Just be a little more patient, Now, I know that your body will be shaking. You just want to talk with her. You want to tell her, how about if the other guy comes around and then she's taking and stuff like that? It doesn't really matter. I mean, when you build up like that thing that we talked about, the chemistry, a deeper form of relationship, and it's just not focused on I like your body, I want to take you to the other room and all that. There is genuine interest in her development, in what she does. You're there being a friend and caring enough. I mean, that automatically draws someone to you if you're able to build the right atmosphere around that before you proceed to getting into a full-blown relationship. And by that time, I'm sure you guys both will be ready and you'll be really looking forward to that. Okay, thank you, Ash, for the contribution. Let's see this one. I saw a message. Okay.
This one here says, I cheated on my wife since then I can't really let go of the side chick. Please, I need help.
Okay. So what do we say to that?
Well, I'm also thinking how to help him, but I think the help would be from you, your decision. All right, you want to continue the cheating, you liked it, and so why do you need help? Are you stuck? Are you being threatened? Is she going to kill you, or you need help from your desires and the lusting? Is that what you need help from, or what do you really need help from? Also, you cheated and you cheated, and the word cheating means what you did was wrong, right? So if you want to continue, then you do not need help. You know what you want and you're going for it. You only need help when you are in a mess or when you're in a situation that you cannot control. So is it that messy? Are you being threatened or something? How do we help you?
Exactly. I think you need to let us know exactly what you want, because you're saying that
he sent a message. He says, I need help to stop cheating.
I think it lies with you, Oga. It lies with you. Nobody can help you if you don't help yourself. We're saying it yesterday. I think that was yesterday that when we were saying something about self-discipline, that everybody has a tendency. Just because you're married doesn't just lock up that desire, for somebody else.
You're not blind to beautiful people.
You're not blind to beauty. You're not blind to, some things that look very appealing to you, as a man or as a woman. We're talking about the fact that, as a man, of course, you see other women who look appealing. As a woman, you receive compliments from other men, and that could actually stir your emotion towards wanting to, especially if things don't seem to be moving so well, maybe in the home front and stuff like that. But I think at the end of the day, it's up to you as a person to choose whether you go with these desires or these emotions, or you put them under check. Because one thing I keep saying is that just because you feel like this doesn't mean that your feelings have overpowered you. Man is made for emotions, not emotions controlling man. So you see, when people cheat, it's because it's their choice. It's because they want to cheat. And if you can wake up and say no to it, as much as the thing will be there, it will be so strong, but you decide, I will not do this thing. It's a matter of 1, 2, 3, and, give you some days and time. You overcome it. And there are a whole lot of help you could get, spiritual help, and talking with your partner. Open a channel of communication so that you guys can be a matter of check and, help each other to check and balance yourself, So if you keep it a secret, it means you're really enjoying it. And I know that all these things come with this sort of pleasure, temporary pleasure. But at the end of the day, the attendant consequence or the end result is going to destroy your home, and it will leave you with a lot of regrets and stuff. So if you're saying you cannot let go of this side chick, I don't necessarily believe so. You can let go of her because your home is worth more than this temporary, pleasure that you're getting. What looks on the greener side for you, you could cultivate it in your own home. So if you need to open a channel of communication with your partner, your wife, and talk about this thing so that you guys can adjust what goes wrong rather than running off. Because the truth is, this side chick might be all you want right now, but the truth is, bring it closer or get it to a certain level and you realize that it's not so green after all. So I think it's all about you and your decisions and your choice to rule over your emotions and your desires rather than allowing them rule over you. So your help lies within. Look within yourself if you're willing to let go. But if you want to continue, I think it's up to you too. That's the much I can say for that. But I guess other people too have a thing to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
A good day, Debbie and Swat. Please kindly confirm who owed this brother. Okay, how old our brother is, so you don't end up grooming a minor. Elvis from Maitama sent that in. A minor. So when he says he's cheating, it means he's married. Don't you think so?
No, I think it's the guy asking ladies out that he's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Hey, ladies, I know someone who was in a relationship with a married man. A mutual friend of ours called her and told her the man's wife was on the verge of finding out. The man heard that too and left her so quickly, she reeled. He should imagine his wife is about to find out and he'll find the strength to leave her unless he doesn't have any respect for his wife. Exactly. I was going to chip in that and you took it right out of my mouth, Nikki. It's not everybody that respect their spouse like that and would want to leave. In fact, some people do it deliberately so that they'll be seen by their spouses in order to spite them. So it depends on the kind of relationship he has with his wife though. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Auntie Swat and Debbie, a good day, ma'am. But this is common saying that time waits for no one. That is why men don't like wasting time, because justice of peace, I don't understand that.
Wasting time. Oh, okay. Maybe for the other guy, like he should not wait for the lady, because we said sometimes be patient and all of that. Okay. If you feel you don't have time, rush on now. Is it in rushing that you get the best?
Romeo and Rappel says, let that man continue cheating. He will stop when the time comes. Romeo and Rappel. Okay. Yeah. I think it's an issue of decision. Nobody will compel him to stop. It's a thing of will. I have seen addicts who stopped, taking whatever they took because they had the will. It is will, your self-will, strong will that would help you withstand the tempting, desire to engage in whatever you are doing. But if you want to continue, no problem. Continue. It's about you. Make a choice. Life is about the outcome of your life is about choices, right?
Very true. Good afternoon, Auntie Swat. I'm in need of ideals. Is this ideals or ideas now? You said I'm a tailor and I've been able to save up a little amount of money up to 250K, which I don't want to misuse. I need ideas on how to put the money to work so I can get profit. But you're a tailor, right? Why don't you sink that into your business? Maybe get more sewing machines or something.
Yeah.
I think that will. How about expanding your business? Since you have something doing already, it's not as if, okay, you don't have any idea on what to do. You're already a tailor. You have up to that. That would go in handy into adding 1 or 2 machines and asking people to, or employing people who would sew with you so you can get more jobs.
Okay, so they are taking advantage of the program to get some counseling, from us. This is not a confession, right? But if you're looking for business ideas, there are a whole lot. Maybe you could begin selling some tailoring materials alongside what you do. So as you're sewing, rather than go buy lining and buy chalk and other things from other shops, you already have them in there.
Oh yes, Nasco quality cornflakes are so full of nourishing.
Connection established. This is Nigeria Info.
The weaving machine, you could do tailoring materials and
Okay. Okay, so I think that's a good one. You can explore that. And you could also pay for people to help you with business or, some sort of ideas and stuff like that. Even though 250 is not so much anymore. Okay, thank you so much. Hey, ladies, I know someone who was in a relationship with... Okay, I think we've read that message from Nikki. Thank you. Good day, my sweet lady. This Patrick... this is... Okay. You said, is bad luck attached to masturbation? That's the question he's asking today on Confession. Bad luck, I don't know about bad luck. Attendant consequences, yes, there are. And some of them are pretty bad, We've had couples of people, so many of them, in fact, talk to us about this issue and how it's affecting them negatively. Some are married, some even onto their married homes. They've carried on with it and how it has destroyed, that aspect of their lives. So I don't know about bad luck, because when you talk about bad luck, I think is a spiritual aspect here. I don't know about bad luck, but I know it has a lot of negativities attached to it. It causes you to become extremely selfish. You don't see any other person. You don't have the need for the opposite sex. And even if you do fall in love with someone and get married to the person, trust me, you would have lots of issues if that is not taken care of, before the marriage. So the other room is going to be affected, and that causes lots and lots of problems. People know that about, being married. So, yeah, if you need to stop it, I think you need to reach out for help. You should reach out for help, because there are so many people around who are able to, help with that. I actually thought of bringing in Dr. Olaya today, and I forgot again to call. I keep forgetting, because he's one person who is a specialist in that area and could most probably help us. Maybe we'll try and see by next week how I'm able to contact him, So, but if you ask me, masturbation has a lot of negativities attached to it that may not really help you. So if you're thinking twice, I think you need to reach out for help. So that's the much I can say. Bad luck or no bad luck for masturbation.
Okay, so we have this here. Good afternoon, Swat and Debbie. I don't think that man needs help because he has already made his decision. Okay, Abel Emmanuel from Dusal Haji sent that in. And this one says, yes, bad luck is attached with masturbation, especially finances. You get poor and poor. Okay. Did you do a research on that? How did you come about that,
Oh, God.
summation? But yeah. So we await your call now. Let's go.
Okay, I think we have a voice note though.
Okay.
Should we play that?
Yes, please.
All right, let's see if we can play this voice note.
And Swat. My name is Princess. I'm chatting you from Airport Road. Mine is with my mom. Okay, so I'm visually impaired to start with, and I was born blind, and to the glory of God, I'm 23 years old now. So the problem is my mom is ashamed of me. She feel like how do I put it now? She feel like she don't want maybe well-wishers to see me or her friends, and she, in that regard, she don't allow me go out and mix with other sighted people. Though I have spoken to her calmly, even some of your staff in Nigeria Info are aware of this, but the one that happened recently on Sunday was that. So I decided to do it my own way. I don't know if it's normal, if it's good for me to do it that way. So I just woke up in the morning, and I told them on Saturday that I was going to church. They thought I was joking because I've never been to church ever since I was born. Mm-hmm. Okay, though I'm a chorister, I sing. I sing, so I belong to a group, and in the group is visually impaired, like all of us there are visually impaired, but I don't have to depend on until when our choir coordinator calls us for presentations, right? So I had to also go to church and join choir in my church. I'm this kind of person that don't like to go stay one place. That is me, and I don't even have friends in the area I stay. I'm just with my phone, and at times I get depressed because I see most of my mates, like people that are like me, how they're free, how they hang out. Not hang out like hang out with guys, but they have freedom to some extent. Okay, they can go out even with their siblings, with their mom, the dad. They are relating well with their mom. But the thing is, so that's one day I said I was going to church. They did not believe it. So I woke up, I prepared to church. So I was supposed to follow my siblings. So my mom asked them to go, that they should not wait for me. Then I was baiting. So they should go. I was overhearing them in the bedroom. So I told her to stop, that I don't like it. Will this continue for how long? I'm 23, for God's sake. Will this thing continue forever? So I was trying to tell her to stop that. Though the way I said it was not friendly, because it's been eating me up, and I have been trying to calm myself down, but it seems like I was just pouring water on stone, that kind of thing. So I then told them to stop that, but she insisted and said I should go, and they should go. They should not wait for me. They should go. I'm like, when I came out from the bathroom, and I told her that, so you want to hide my talent. You want to hide the thing I would like to do, right? So I was so angry that day, and even up to now, it's eating me up because I can't even, I can't even go out. I can't even free myself as others do, right? So I was in a relationship, right? And the guy always come to the house. We've been together for 3 years, and this guy comes to my house always, and I don't even know his family. We don't go out for dates, all of that. So the guy he at some point he was complaining. So all of this, I don't know what to do. I'm so confused right now. I'm thinking of, I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Just know what to do. Maybe I don't know if I can get someone, a counselor, or someone who would talk to me, because I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind, right? I am. I can't relate with my other ladies, the visually impaired ladies. There's this organization, NAB, like National Association for the Blind. I don't even belong there. I don't belong anywhere. I'm just in the house from year to year, month to month. Like I told you, I'm a chorister. But anytime that we have programs, we do go. But once in a while, like, I can't remember when last I even stepped out from my house, like leave my compound to somewhere else. And it's not fun. It's not funny at all. It's not funny. Anyways, that's what I have to say. So I don't know how I'm going to do about this. Some will say she's your mom, she should do whatever she asks you to do. But this one is too much. And the worst is they don't even want to hear me out. They don't. And they keep comparing me to my siblings. Saying I'm more intelligent and stuff like that. It makes me lose my self-confidence at times. Right? So I want you guys to advise me on this. Okay?
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
And
Wow.
God bless you. And to Swat and to Debby. God bless you all.
Bella? No, this is heartbreaking. Really heartbreaking. This is no longer a case of you don't want her to go out because you care about her. I think this is false imprisonment. It amounts to that because you're restricting a full-grown woman.
Exactly.
By every standard, she's an adult. And if probably you had allowed her, I see visually impaired people going about their life, living their lives very freely, you know. In fact, some people, I've seen a visually impaired person walking by the roadside all by himself.
I have a visually impaired friend who cooks. So she has
Exactly.
visitors and she cooks for them.
Exactly. I've seen them,
Right.
you know, attain their dreams. They become chefs, they become engineers, they become anything and everything. So why is it because she's blind that your mom at 23 would keep you perpetually at home? No.
So
This is something else.
I think this goes beyond imposing limits. You know how parents
much
want
more
to,
than that.
Yeah, impose. Okay, so she's visually impaired. I would not want her to get into trouble. I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. And I need you to first understand that it is not that your mother hates you. She does not hate you. And I want you to erase the fact that she is ashamed of you and does not want friends to see
But how do you
you.
explain a mother
Right.
who perpetually doesn't want a daughter of that issue
So-
out? Explain to me.
She now maybe, you know how we want to do the right thing, but we are going about it the wrong way. So I want to assume that she's an ignorant parent. So let's give her that benefit of the doubt.
I refuse
you
to.
know,
I'm
as a
sorry,
mother.
Debbie. I refuse to go with
Okay.
you on this one.
So it is.
But you have a right to
highly-
take your stand.
Yes.
I'll take my stand on this too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is highly, for me, I believe that she is going about it the wrong way. She wouldn't want this daughter of hers to go out there and possibly get lost or something. But she needs to begin to understand that the fact that she's visually impaired doesn't mean that she does not have rights that every other human beings, own too. She owns rights, and she has to go out. She has to mix up, and what the damage control she is trying to do would further damage the situation in general. So you do not want her to go out there and possibly get hit by a vehicle. You wouldn't know that staying back home could make her depressed, and she could do something worse than what you were thinking would happen to her. But
Okay.
I will reach out to her.
So, I think the mother is she's going overboard with this. As much as she's a mother, and I would want to assume that intentions are good, but I think she's going overboard with this. And dear mama, I think you need to let go of your daughter. You need to let go of your daughter. If truly you love this lady, you'd want to see her attain and live her life fully, like every other person is doing. Like we said, and we all know, we can make references to great superstars who have risen to the highest height in their lives, even though they were visually impaired. While I was growing up, one of my greatest influences in radio was, they used to call him Martins the Blind Superstar in Kaduna. He was an amazing, amazing radio presenter, and I loved him with everything I got. You know, I mentioned Martins the Superstar, and a couple of people who influenced my, wanting to be in media or in broadcast. And I remember listening to up until date, you cast your mind back to Stevie Wonders of this world. What's the name of this other guy that was the king of R&B back then? He was also visually impaired. We can go on and on and
Cobhams,
on.
our own
You have
Cobhams,
Cobhams, exactly. Why am I even going too far? We have Cobhams. You can go to...
We have Eben.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are we saying? So why would a mother want to keep a 23-year-old? I mean, 20-year-olds are married with children.
And she speaks so well.
And she speaks so well. She's so articulate.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, if you want to be protective, you don't want her to. She has siblings who are not visually impaired, at least from what she said. They go out. You can always assign her with her sibling to watch over her if you are that concerned.
Or an assistant.
You can give her an assistant to help her run her life, but perpetually wanting to keep her. She says she wants to go to church and you deliberately told her siblings to go ahead of her. What does that mean? I think it's marks of something way deeper than just protecting her. You probably just you're ashamed of her. And
I'm
like
wondering, why would you be ashamed of her?
Well, let me tell you a story, a personal story. I've never said this on air. The neighbors of my house, while I was growing up, that's the SMC quarters in Kaduna. Do you know they had a child who was born with what do you call this thing? Polio. Okay. I think he was whether it's autism or Down syndrome.
Okay.
So you can imagine a child had polio and the Down syndrome. So they locked him 24/7 in the house, and we did not know. I promise you, I did not know that they had that kind of child. I can name 3 of their children that we used to know as the normal children. Unknowingly, this boy was always in this room locked up until one Sunday. I promise you there was chaos all around.
He was crying.
Because I think he got tired and everything, and then he busted out of the house and just started, crawling and stuff like that. The mother and the father tried to, and he was just shouting, leave me alone, that kind of thing. And that was when people got to discover that this boy had been hidden in this house, locked down in the house.
So sad.
And instances like that in developed nations, you know what will happen? Parents will be arrested. Because you're impairing or you're stopping a child from freedom of movement. That's why I said it's false imprisonment. She's 23 years old. She sounds intelligent. You don't want her to go out. What exactly are you doing? So I think something is genuinely wrong somewhere. It's either, like she rightly said, her mother is ashamed of her and wants to. But for how long would this continue? For how long would this continue? So I think the mother needs to rethink and reevaluate this. Me, I don't want to start saying something about the law enforcement getting into this, but I think it's something that the mother needs to let go of this lady. She sounds like she wants to live her life, and you can't keep stopping her. I mean, to the extent that you even allowed her to have a relationship. So, I mean, what else? So let's get to hear from people, though. I think people would have a thing or two to say about this. Maybe, let's get to hear. Swat and Debby, my position is that both of you should reach out to this blind lady. Great girl. From our spoken English, that lady is it. Please reach out. We will, Zaza. Definitely we will.
Okay. This one here says, this lady needs your advice, and not for you to advise her mom. What can she do to stop this? Maybe her mother is not even listening, but the lady is listening, waiting for your response.
So what do you want me to do? Tell her to run away? Or tell her to do what? I mean, at the end of the day, I think this is something that probably CSOs who are involved in this sort of issues can handle. Because if the mother is being adamant and cannot be reached out to or cannot listen, then we need to get in touch with CSOs and NGOs who deal with issues like that to reach out and help this girl, because she sounds really desperate.
Okay. Good day, Debby and Swat. Well done for the good job. I'm anonymous. I have this friend whom we serve together in the same organization. Years passed, the person got married, has a child. Suddenly we got chatting. The person now wants to know about me, where I stay and what I do. Would you? I'm trying to avoid a situation whereby something will bring us together. Back then, when we were serving, we were friends, and it didn't lead to marriage. So why now? I'm not trying to be assumptuous. I'm just trying to be careful. Hope I'm not overreacting. I would have loved us to be friends again, but somehow I really don't want that. Please advise me. Anonymous. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there's not much to say here. We all have our standards. You know yourself. You know you cannot deal with having her back. Something may continue from where it stopped. Then fine. you don't need an advice in this regard. You're not overdoing it. You
Okay,
do not
she's
want-
married and she's trying to
married
reach
and
out
she's
to
trying
him.
to reach out, and he is trying to be careful, and I like that. So it's okay. Right?
Continue to be careful.
Yeah.
Just avoid her and anything that will bring you guys under the same roof. If you have a history, it could repeat itself,
Exactly.
This confession of that visually impaired lady just broke my heart. This sounds like a case of deep shame because why did the mom deliberately ask her brothers to go? I must tell you, this case should be investigated by the police because, police, please, because this is so sad. Great Show says, Aushin, I agree with you. I think the law enforcement should be brought into this whole thing.
Yes.
It should be brought in.
A good day to you, the vocal twins on radio. Okay. So she's the vocal majesty. I'm no twin. Huh? Okay. I'm a chef and I work in a house. The last Saturday, I saw my boss having carnal knowledge of his 16-year-old house girl. Oh my. Because his wife traveled. I resigned from the job because I can't respond again. I want him to look like a blackmail. Please advise.
I don't know what to say about this. I think you should have reached out to the girl to help her.
16.
Yeah, she's 16. She's
A
underage.
minor.
She's a minor. And if he's doing that, who knows what sort of coercion he's putting on her to actually yield. You cannot have consensual sex with a minor. You can argue it from now to whenever. She is a minor and she's a house girl and you're having carnal knowledge and you resign. I don't think that would have been the best thing. You should have probably
Stayed back
to help this girl. Report to police what you know so that she can be rescued from that situation. Now you've left the house. You can't go back again because you've resigned.
And you have no evidence.
And you've left her at the mercy of this old man who would continually do this and traumatize this girl and jeopardize her life. Who knows? So sometimes I understand the fact that, you were being very, but sometimes we need to just think through some of the consequences. You've left her in the hands of this man. Madame is not around. Who knows how long he's been doing that and how long he will continue to have his way because she is helpless,
I wish he had hung around.
I wish he
possibly
had.
have a photo so that the man, because as it is now, even if he goes reporting, do you have any evidence?
What evidence
to
do
prove?
you have? Nothing.
Right, and who would you report to that would go? And if he's a mighty man, you could be risking your life
Exactly.
going to talk in that regard.
And since you saw them, maybe if you had a way of getting video clips or something, that would help put forth your case. Not necessarily even through the wife, because there are some wives that you tell them that kind of thing and you become the enemy. So putting it to the police or talking to the girl in such a way to know that you are not an enemy, but that you want to help her and, finding bail for her so that she can leave that environment. Well, you've done that already, but if there's any way you can link up and see who can help out, because you worked in the house, so you should be able to find another person in there that can trigger that help to come for the girl, right? Okay. Please, can you link me up with that lady, Elder Idoko? I'm not sure she would want that, but we'll find out first before we do that, sir.
Okay, Bello Tolulope said she's an overbearing mother type. Okay.
Okay, and then this one said, good afternoon, Debbie. I'm hearing the challenge facing the lady that just called. I want to ask, are those parents really her parents treating her like that? Do they know those with disability in that nature are great when they have something doing? They should think twice. I know a guy here in my village that have the same situation and he's doing great. My name is Musa Kaura Ija.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right. We have a voice note here, but before this, we have this one saying we equally have E. Daniels and the gospel. Okay, so
Yes.
I'm sorry. I had E. Daniels in mind and I called him E-Ben, not E-Ben. No,
E. Daniels,
it's E. Daniels,
E.
please.
Daniels, yes, indeed. Okay, you want to play the voice note now?
Yes, please. So, okay, it's not ready yet. I would
Maybe
have
let's check from here.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Before that, maybe just read one message if I'm able to get the voice note.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, my people, I get mother being okay.
Opening from that.
All right.
All right. This one says, good afternoon, Swat and Debbie. I beg to differ with Debbie. Debbie's view on this matter. The lady's mom is just being selfish and she just ashamed of her Or why would she not even allow her to go to church with her siblings? Her mom should have a rethink before the law catches up with her. Sam Uliemi from Masaka. Totally agree with you, Sam.
Yeah, well, Sam, I'm not making a case for the mother, but the mother is not here neither. So to give her that benefit of the doubt, I still stand by what I think, right? She's not here. She may have her reasons, thinking she's helping her daughter, but she may be doing it the wrong way.
Okay, let's play this.
Good afternoon, Nigeria Info, Debby and Swat. My name is David. I had to pack to listen well to the lady who just spoke about her mother and visual impairment and the effect on her. I really, really feel so sorry for her. It's so unfortunate. I think the mother is making a very big mistake. Allowing the girl a lot of freedom is something that is going to help her very much. Mm-hmm. But no, I don't think it's talking about the mother. It's for this pretty soul to get herself back together. It's hard, but man, you see, she has to couple herself. She should not allow anybody put her down. She's far beyond that. Fortunately, she says she belongs to a singing group or a choir. Let that be her life. Wherever she is, whatever she's doing, let that music, let singing, let praising God, let that being a chorister be her life. Or she has to find a way to get out of it. Imagine, even in her situation, somebody loves her enough to keep her for 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
3 years so far. 3 years, go and still counting. It means there's something really, really beautiful about her.
Mm-hmm.
And she should take advantage of that beautiful part of her. And baby, I really feel so sorry for you. Honestly, I feel sorry for her and I don't wish this for anyone.
All right. Mary from Zabalada is here.
Let me put up my radio, please. I'm sorry. Let me put up my radio.
Okay.
All right. So sorry about that. Yeah, good afternoon, Swat and Debby.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon to you.
Thank you. This is Mary from Gwagwalada. On the blind, visually impaired girl, I think her mother is ignorant of what she is to do. I also feel she's actually ashamed of her, but she doesn't have to be. Because she has an asset in that girl. She has talent, inbuilt talent in that girl that she needs to develop. It is that girl that will bring her out. It is that girl that will bring her to limelight. So instead of putting her down, she should help her go out. She should help her go to church. People will find her in church. People who need those that are talent will find her in that church. And it is from there they will catapult her. She doesn't need to put her down. And I want to tell the girl, just like the last speaker said, don't be put down. You are a great person. Don't be put down. Find a way. If you send your sibling to live with a neighbor so that they can take you to church. If your mother says your sibling should not take you to church, let another person take you to church. If she doesn't want you to go to anywhere, at least she should allow you to go to church. Because in church there is peace. You can find immense peace. So just like they said, they should link her to security agents or law enforcement agents. She needs to get out of the house once in a while. It is not good to be imprisoned, even when you are normal. To stay at home and not somebody is putting you down, you can't stay. Not to talk of when you are visually impaired and you need to go out and talk with people. You need to go. She needs to go out so that she doesn't get depressed.
Yeah.
And for the woman who left, whether it's a woman or a lady, who left the job because the order is violating the code. When I heard that, I wanted to, what has she done? So you are the good person. This man is doing what I don't like. So you left. What did you do? How did you help the girl? Just left the girl in the hands of the man to finish her. If you had run with the girl, it's better. Why did you leave?
Exactly.
Why did you leave the girl there? Who will now talk for the girl? In fact, that time you were there, the man will even be hiding. Sometimes he wants to have her. You are there, you are disturbing, he cannot have her. Now you have now left the girl all alone. God is going to ask her. She must find a way to go and rescue that girl. She must find a way. If not, God will ask her. Because she saw it and she only exonerated herself. I'm a good person. I don't want to see this kind of thing. And she left. You have not done anything, my dear sister. Go back and find a way to rescue that girl. If it's to go and report to law enforcement agency or to go back and beg the man that you have come back, you want to come and do the work so that you can have evidence of what the man is doing. You must go back and rescue that girl. If not, the girl's misfortune is on your head. Hi. She should go back and get the girl, rescue her, please.
All right. Thank you, Mary. I think you've made some very, very important and deep points this afternoon. My concern is about that little girl, seriously, that is being violated and being abused by that man. Sometimes in a quest to feel self-righteous, we need to be very careful. You don't like it, I understand. It's perfect. It's okay. Nobody wants to see that. Any sane person who sees that, something in them will stir up. Some righteous indignation and all of that. But then that girl should have been the first instinct. So I don't know if there's a way you can talk to law enforcement agencies or reach out to the wife, but something needs to be done to rescue that little girl because she cannot be left in an environment where she be abused. We need to find a way of doing that. Let's take this quick commercial break.
Let's talk about the...
This is Nigeria.